I'm Daniel Gullman, co-owner and industrial designer at MSB Technology. We're a digital to analog company that is based out of Santa Cruz, California. MSB is a really interesting project because it's all about doing the best possible solution. That gives us the freedom to experiment, to pioneer new technologies. I experiment with new music based on the recording quality as we get more and more detail coming through. We have to just listen to everything because we need to design a system that works for everyone and everyone's preference. It's really fun to keep creating new things and providing those experiences to people that we've known for so long and getting to show more and more of what we're capable year by year as we learn as a company and get more experience in design and manufacturing. So this year we're debuting the new Cascade DAC. This is a next-gen architecture, and so for us, this kind of total product overhaul is, a many-year project that we've put a lot of time and effort into, and it has allowed us to rethink the architecture of our DACs and, redefine the expectation of what people will see when looking for DACs. So the new architecture in the simplest form is taking the acronym of DAC, taking the D out of it and having a digital director and then an analog converter. So our digital director handles all digital processes, user interface, inputs, digital filters. All of that is in one chassis, and then the analog converter is doing just that, converting that source to analog without any processing or digital noise in that chassis. So with the Cascade DAC, we have a lower noise floor, and when you have that, more of the fine detail is able to come through, and that presents itself as a deeper and wider soundstage. It gives you the most analog performance as well, since we don't have any of that digital noise in the DAC itself. So you don't have the fatigue that is commonly associated with digital. And one of the things I experienced is as I listened to the new Cascade DAC, I would turn the volume up and it would get louder. And that's usually where certain parts of the song hit hard and then maybe you turn it down because it feels aggressive. But with this DAC, I kept turning it up and I'd turn it up. And then after 4 hours of listening, I walk out of the room and realize I was blasting the music, but there's no fatigue in listening to it. It's just so comfortable. It sounds so analog that your ears just adapt to it in an all new way. An age-old discussion is this difference between analog sources and digital sources. Analog enthusiasts will always say it sounds better because it's so comfortable and natural and musical, and digital has lacked those aspects, but it has all this detail. And as digital has gotten better, we are bridging that gap to the analog sources where you get both the naturalness and musicality, and you also get the detail, which gives that sense of realism and space. MSB specializes in digital to analog converters. We also manufacture amplifiers, and everything we do is made in California, in-house. What we do is all about craftsmanship. It's about creating the most beautiful products with integrity from start to finish. Our DAC line starts with the discrete DAC. This is our entry-level DAC. It's kind of the getting in point for MSB where you get a taste of ladder DAC technology. And then from there we have the Premier DAC. It's a good balance between entry-level and getting the most performance out of an MSB system. And then we have our newest Cascade DAC as our top-of-the-line DAC for now. Eventually we'll be coming out with the Sentinel DAC. This is our new flagship, which will be in 1 to 2 years from now, but that is a under development project, so more details will come out in the future. For amplifiers, we have the 200 watt series. It's the S202 or the M205. It's a stereo or mono setup. That's our amp that is usually paired with the Premiers or discrete DACs. And then we have a 500 series, which is 500 watt amplifiers in stereo or mono, and that is paired with the Cascade DAC. We find it really important to sit down and listen because listening is a personal experience. We try to get a lot of demo systems out there for people to have access to. We even offer in-home demos, but we want to see people getting in, engaging with the product, and getting to hear that new experience that they've never associated with digital before. I would encourage you to reach out to your local dealer. We have a list of dealers on our website at www.msbtechnology.com. please go take a listen and hear this for yourself.